Hello everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hey, I've got a brand new simple stamping video for you today, and I think you're gonna like what you see. We're gonna be talking about how to take just a little itty bitty piece of designer series paper and little itty bitty piece of gold foil, and how we're gonna be able to create some very beautiful cards. A little goes a long way. That's the theme of today's video. Let me share with you our simple stamping for this Saturday. Let's get started. Since today is a double feature, you're going to be seeing double today. So my two card bases, they're both cut the same, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. That is in Very Vanilla and in Crumb Cake. I had to at least bring in the Petals Designer Series paper because I think it is so beautiful. One quick thing I did want to point out about this paper, though, it's a little bit different than our other designer series paper because it's a little bit thinner, but because of that, you get more. Hey, we like that, more bang for your buck. With this designer series paper, you're going to get 24 sheets, 4 of each of the different 6 designs. I'm going to be using this one today because I loved the pattern on the back, and of course, let's talk about those gorgeous florals. So with that designer series paper, I have that cut 11 inches by 1 1/2 inches. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that in half to 5 1/2 inches. And that's going to get me 2 strips to make my 2 cards, thus my double feature. And again, those will be 1 1/2 by 5 1/2 inches. We're also going to be using some of the gold foil sheets. Now guys, what I love about this stuff is a little tiny bit goes a long way. We're going to be using some tiny little strips of the gold foil today. And I do mean tiny. These are 1/4 inch by 5 1/2 inches, and I have 4 of them, 2 for each card. My stamp set today is one of my favorites. I love this one. It's called Enjoy Life. We've got several really incredible sentiments, and I'm going to use several of these in this wonderful little floral image. But get this, 1 ink pad is all we're going to use today, Mary Merlot. I'm going to start with my Crumb Cake card. So let me open this up, bring in that Mary Merlot ink pad, and for this card, I want to make it a love you card. I'm going to stamp my sentiment, I don't think I could, and there's a blank. I'll show you how that works in a minute. And we're going to stamp, I don't think I could, and we're going to say, I don't think I could love you any more than I already do. But I want my love you to be a little bit lighter. I'm going to stamp off on my grid paper, and then I'll stamp my love you right here in the center. That is what that blank space is for. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to put this to the side, and now I'm going to work on my Very Vanilla card. So for this card, I'm going to use the big sentiment. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. And now with that big floral image, this one we're going to do a little different. I'm going to stamp off twice. I need this to be very, very light. And I'll stamp that there in the background, the foreground of my sentiment. I'm now going to adhere my Specialty Designer Series paper to my cards. And as I adhere it, I want to kind of center it up in between my sentiment and the edge of my card. So there's my crumb cake, and there's that old-fashioned print. All right, now a nice card, but I think it needs to be polished off. So let's bring in that gold foil. I'm going to bring my grid paper back in because I'm going to just add some dots of snail, and I don't want to get it all over my table. So you can see there's a piece of gold foil, and I'm just going to lay that right on top. I'll repeat that now on the other side. And can you see what a difference a little gold foil makes? We'll repeat that now with these last pieces of the gold foil. I just think the gold foil, especially the gold, lent itself so nicely to this Petals Designer Series paper. So there we go, simple cards. Now, if you want to step up your cards just a little bit and really accent that gold, why not look at getting some of the vanilla with the gold metallic trim ribbon? Look what we're gonna do here. I can come in with a bow, and I'm just going to press it. You see, I just press it onto a glue dot. We could add that here at the top. And here I've just done a simple knot, and I'll press that onto a glue dot, and let's just add that down here by the sentiment. There you go. So whether you like the very clean and simple version, which is quite beautiful, but if you like to step it up and really showcase that gold foil, why not consider just adding that ribbon? Guys, these are fantastic, beautiful cards. I love the look, and as I said, this is one of those cards, a little goes a long way. There you go. Look at that. 4 cards. We created them so fast, right? These were super simple, super quick. But what I love is that 1 package of designer series paper, 1 package of foil sheets, and boom, 1 stamp set, and you can go crazy creating cards. Now, I want to mention one other thing. Now, I created all my cards going vertical, but there's no reason the card couldn't go horizontal, or you could put it up at the top or the bottom. Guys, get creative with this very, very simple layout. And when it comes to stamp sets, go crazy. Or another thing that I like to do, I like to leave the sentiment off. I like to just create the cards. They're ready to go. I keep those in a little pile, and when I need a birthday card, I grab a birthday stamp, and I'm going to grab my Mary Merlot ink pad, and I can stamp happy birthday. If I need a sympathy card, well, these cards are going to be perfect for a sympathy card. I just need to have my with deepest sympathies, stamp it, boom, I'm always ready to go. Guys, little goes a long way. It's a really fantastic idea, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you want to get more information about my cards today, here's what you can do. Head over to simplysimplestamping.com. Look for the July 6th, 2019 blog post. That's where I'll have all the details and the photos of today's cards. And if you'd like to order maybe that pressed Petals Designer Series paper or some of those gold foil sheets, it's so easy. You're just going to click a pick. That's it. Click a pick. It takes you right to my online store. You can order what you need. Guys, I would be thrilled to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you everyone for being here today. I sure do appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's very simple card, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I always appreciate that. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to click that great big red subscribe button so you'll get notifications whenever I'm back with a new video. Guys, have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.